What's up, guys? Today's day 87 of Deadlift Every Day. And today I wanted to talk about autoregulation and how to use it in your training. If you make it to the end of the video, I will tell you how you can get a free sample of an autoregulated program based on RPE. So if you're interested in that, definitely keep on watching. Now, when we talk about autoregulated training, we don't program based on a percentage of a 1RM. Now, we program based on your current fitness levels. The way we do that is with using RPE, which stands for rate of perceived exertion, or using RIR, which stands for reps in reserve. To not confuse you too much, I will explain everything based on RPE. Like I already said, RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion, and the RPE scale ranges from 1 to 10, with an RPE of 1 being no effort at all, and an RPE of 10 being maximum effort. We often say that at an RPE of 10, you should have no reps left in the tank. At an RPE of 9, you would have 1 rep left in the tank. At an RPE of 8, you would have 2 reps left in the tank. And so on. To give you an example of what it may look like in practice, your coach could, for example, write down that you have to work up to a set of 4 at an RPE of 8. So what you do is you work up in sets of 4, starting with the empty bar, and then each and every set you add some weight. When it starts to get a little heavier, you start having to work for your sets of 4, you'd have to think to yourself, how many more reps could I have done at this weight? Was it 3 extra reps? Okay, good. Let's add some more weight. After the next set, we ask that same question to ourselves again. And if the answer is that you could have done 2 more reps after the set of 4, then great. You have reached your set of 4 at an RPE of 8. And no matter how many reps you have to do, an RPE of 8 always means that you have 2 more reps left in the tank. So that is basically how we use RPEs. Now, the reason why we use autoregulated training is because your performance can differ a lot between days. On some days, a set of 4 with 200 kilos on the deadlift can feel very easy. And on some days, a set of 4 with 190 kilos can already feel like max effort. So if you would program based on a previous 1 rep max, you could be either training too light or too heavy. And what this results in is either too much or too little training stress, which are both not good for the training adaptation we are after. If we base our training on RPEs, we never have that problem. An RPE of 8 is always an RPE of 8. So your training sessions will in essence always be the same kind of hard, regardless of what weight is on the bar. And what this way of training does very effectively is managing fatigue. You will never have the issue that you constantly have to grind out reps because the weight is getting too heavy. You want to train heavy and hard enough to force the adaptation, but not so heavy that you can't recover from it. After all, train in the next day or the day after that, and we don't want our previous training session to get in the way of our next training session. Now, you may think that everything we do on an autoregulated program is based off of how we feel. But what I often do is once we've reached that top set, is that I calculate the estimated 1RM based off that top set. And then base the remaining sets on a percentage of that estimated 1RM. That way the percentage will always be spot on, and if programmed correctly, will never be too heavy or too light. I still think that this is one of the best ways to program for just about anyone. And sure, it may take some time to get used to, but once you get good at guessing your RPEs, your training will be so much better because of it. No more grinders, no more missed lifts, only productive training. Now, I actually have one more thing to add, and that is that you will always have the intention to add some weight to the bar from week to week. But be very honest with yourself. Don't just add weight because you want to. Add weight because this is what your RPEs are telling you. Alright guys, like I said at the beginning, I would let you know how you can get a free sample of an autoregulated program. I have added a link to my Instagram profile, and if you send me a DM with the word deadlift, I will get a sample of the program to you as soon as possible. If that doesn't work for you, then let me know so we can find some other ways I can get it to you. And keep in mind that this is part of a program that I've used for Dutch athletes. So some of the words in the document are in Dutch. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.